New this morning, we're hearing from Oklahoma U.S. Senator James Lankford about a confrontation he and other lawmakers had with the director of the Secret Service. Lankford says they were trying to get answers about the assassination attempt. Fox 23's Devin Lyon talked with Senator Lankford about what happened and learned what's next.
Before that confrontation between the Secret Service director and several lawmakers, Senator Lankford told me she answered questions online in front of hundreds of lawmakers, but disconnected after only 5 questions. Lawmakers on both sides of the aisle say they just want answers, and they're willing to take legal action to get them. That was the moment Secret Service Director Kimberly Cheadle walked away from lawmakers trying to confront her about the attempt on former President Donald Trump's life. Cheadle says the RNC was not the time nor place to have such discussions. I spoke with Senator James Lankford today over Zoom while he's at the RNC in Milwaukee. He was part of the group that confronted the director.
We obviously, when we found out she was in the building, we wanted to go get a chance to be able to talk with her and say, hey, there's still a lot of questions we want to go through. We weren't combative with her, but then she just wouldn't answer the questions on it.
Questions regarding the assassination attempt of a former president.
Take a look at what happened.
I would call it not only a failure from the Secret Service, but I would call it an enormous failure. Yes, you made major mistakes on this. Now, how do we hold people accountable? How do we make sure this doesn't happen again?
Lankford says the Secret Service knew about a suspicious person in the area before the rally began.
Secret Service should say to the president, let's pause for 5 or 10 minutes until we find this individual that is definitely doing something suspicious before we start the rally. But instead of doing that, they just put him right on the stage. So they knew someone was in the crowd that was a threat and didn't do anything about it. That's the biggest issue right now.
Senator Lankford, do you think the Secret Service director should resign?
I do believe the Secret Service director should resign. I think she should make her testimony, say this is what occurred, major mistakes were made. I know the American people have lost trust in the leadership and the direction, and then to be able to step away.
The U.S. Senate is having hearings all next week, including the Homeland Security Committee, which Senator Lankford is on. They expect to have Director Cheadle at the hearings answering questions. If she doesn't, Lankford told me she could be subpoenaed and then held in contempt of Congress. In studio covering news that matters, Devin Lyon, Fox 23 News.